Okay, it's back.
Okay, right. So let me just explain real quick. So fucking the power bot failed, and we were in the middle of debating. But so far, I'm taking Itachi. He's taking Hiruzen in part one knowledge only, of course. So far, the scaling that's been established is Itachi being over suppress Itachi, being over Kakashi, and the only thing that's in contention right now is whether or not um uh suppressed Itachi in stats is over Kakashi, right?
Yeah.
Right. And another thing to note is that Kakashi uses the Sharingan to see the latent potential in people. That's also
Yes.
another thing to note. So where were we? Okay. Yeah, I remember. So we both agreed that Kakashi uses the Sharingan to see the latent potential, and then I brought up the statement with Kakashi saying like, no, actually he's better. He hasn't even begun to show his true strength. And then of course with the Sharingan, that could just be in reference to like his true strength in terms of stats. And then that was where I finished off. So go ahead, dude.
Okay, so what I think he means when he says, "Oh, he's not as," let me just find the scan so I'm not misquoting,
Go ahead.
but should be right at the top. Uh, okay, well, never mind. You know what I mean. You know when he says he's still got like more power or whatever, so he can just be seeing to attach his latent ability, say it's like 100, right? And then the suppressed one can be 60. He can be seeing that 100, but he doesn't necessarily know how Itachi can get there. So it could just be that through the Mangekyo, he gets to that 100, and then, or it could just be through stats. But then, so even if he is surprised by Itachi pulling out the Mangekyo, that doesn't necessarily like contradict the fact that the Mangekyo could be the increase in power Kakashi was seeing.
All right.
And then,
So
yeah, wait,
so
let me
so,
just say, because the
oh,
bot
go ahead.
cut off. So, yeah. And then this could just be in reference to the abilities, not the stats. Right, you can go now.
Right. So let me see. So your claim is that when Kakashi talks about this, his true strength, you're saying that he's referring to like Mangekyo Sharingan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I could just give an equal interpretation and say that he's just talking about um what the fuck about like in stats. And then I explained earlier in the previous recording that like all Kakashi has seen so far when battling Itachi is just stats, just literally all stats, because they clash with the jutsu, the water jutsu. Of course, we have Kakashi talking about how he couldn't follow Itachi's sign weaving, and then we get to this part where it's like he hasn't even shown his true strength. So to be honest, I think my interpretation is actually more likely than yours. And then, wait,
You think it's
you know what?
wait, yeah,
And
go on.
in the previous, oh, my bad. And in the previous recording, right, this wasn't caught on, but I also talked about, and I sent a scan of just Kakashi just being completely shocked, like just being dumbfounded, like he didn't even know it was coming when, what's his face? Itachi put out the Mangekyo Sharingan. So it's like he didn't even like fucking, where was I going with this? Um,
Well, that is kind of what I addressed in my thing, right? With the like analogy of the power and stuff. So he can be 100, and Itachi can see at full power he's 100, but he can like not necessarily know how Itachi gets there. So he could be thinking, oh yeah, Itachi's just suppressed. But then in actuality, it's because he's not. It's because he's not using his Mangekyo. So like if that makes sense. So he's like seeing the power the Mangekyo gives without actually knowing it's the Mangekyo giving him power.
right. So yeah, I would just fall back on the equal interpretation point that I had said. This
Wait,
point is
do you
pretty
think they're
much
equal
over.
interpretations?
Yeah, I already
Isn't it
said it. Why?
your point that
What do you mean?
didn't you bring this point up? Or doesn't it like
Yeah,
help you?
equal. No, equal interpretation on the scan. Because I had also talked in the other one about Kakashi, um, not being able to follow Itachi's sign weaving. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay,
like I said,
didn't we agree to like
like
them? Itachi can be like slightly faster, but they can still be relative, or Kakashi can be like low end relative in stats.
in stats. Okay, so let me type that out so I know what you're saying, and let me just so we both agree, right? Suppressed higher relative Kakashi. Is this what you mean?
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the greater than relative sign. It can just be. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fine. Sure.
Right.
Well, and I don't necessarily agree with like Itachi over suppress Itachi in stats. Didn't we say it could also be abilities?
Okay. Yeah, we already moved on from that point, so you really can't.
Sure.
Yeah. So Itachi would just be stronger than suppress Itachi. And then suppress Itachi is like higher relative Kakashi in terms of stats.
Mm.
Well, actually, you know what? Let me let me fix the scaling because we already both agreed that suppress Itachi is just outright stronger than Kakashi with the Mangekyo Sharingan, right?
Wait, what? Say that again.
Like because we already agreed that Itachi with the Mangekyo Sharingan is stronger than Kakashi, right?
Itachi with Monkey Sharingan is stronger. Um, Stats what? I mean, like overall, sure, but I don't think stats wise. Or like, if you want to say because suppressed is like slightly above, and then Mangekyo should also be slightly
Yeah,
above, sure, but I don't think.
because the way we went about this is that like in the previous recording, I talked about how just suppress Itachi is just like he just fucking no dipped Kakashi, right? And then we talked about like, oh, but that could just be like Mangekyo. We'd have to get into like stats, and then we already
Wait,
agreed.
what do you mean suppressed Itachi? No dipped him. Are you talking about Tsukiyomi?
Yeah, Tsukuyomi,
Wait, why is that suppressed Itachi?
because he didn't want to kill him, and I had already sent the scan where he got Kakashi in the Tsukuyomi, and then after
Oh,
that,
sure, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then Kakashi just said, okay, yeah, he said Kakashi Itachi could have killed him at that moment, but you know.
Sure.
So yeah, this is basically the scaling that we have.
Mangekyo oversuppressed. Itachi oversuppressed Itachi with Mangekyo. Oversuppressed Itachi relative to Kakashi. Sure.
Okay. Um, let's see. You're aware of the fact that Kakashi is straight up stated by the author to be the strongest in the village.
When's that statement made?
Konoha's strongest ninja.
Oh, it's in the scan I sent earlier. The same one as
Yeah.
yeah. So like, when is that in reference to?
When?
Yeah. So
Shit.
is it like in reference to before Hiruzen died or after or whatever?
Let me see. Actually, let me send a scan of that. Hold on, give me a second. Because I have a clear scan just so we both can read it much better.
Sure.
Okay. So let's
No,
see.
yeah,
Let
that's
me
fine.
read this shit. Let's see. As a man who copied all of this. You know what? I don't really think that matters because if he's Konoha's strongest ninja, if this was stated at like the beginning of the fucking series, he'd be Konoha's strongest ninja. If this was stated at the fucking final battle, even in the fucking last chapter, right, he'd be Konoha's strongest ninja. So why does the time matter? Like the time of the
Because
statement.
the people in the leaf change.
The people of the league change. So you're saying that someone would get stronger than Kakashi, or like what?
No, I don't think Kakashi is the strongest when Hiruzen is alive.
When Hiruzen is alive, right? That would be important. Damn, that is tough. Fucking Sod bitch has never told me about this. Let me find this.
Wait, did he actually say to use it?
Yeah, he sent me this. Let me see.
Uh,
Actually,
By
you
the
know
way,
what?
I found a really like nasty scan, just randomly, and it's like really good for Orochimaru. So you might want to watch out.
Here, give me a second. Let's actually save this recording. Let's actually just.
Oh, sure, sure.
I
So
got
in
you.
case it,
Right. So the point we're on is just basically like when the author just states this, right?
Mhm.
About okay. So yeah, Saw never told me about this.
I mean, I don't think he was trying to give you like advanced arguments. He's probably trying to give you like basic ones.
Yeah. So let's see. He's Konoha's strongest ninja. I'm trying to see if I could find out when it was stated, just by the scan alone. Mm.
Let me look at what the panel says, and this is what. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, you know, in like data books, different parts of a page refer to different points in time. So like, I really don't think. I mean, it's obviously part one. We like, but different parts of it could be referring to different parts of part one.
I mean, to be honest, we could just interpret the scan of when it was said. Let me see.
Villain getting folded by Vid. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, bro! Just hush until we finish, because it's gonna be almost done. So let's see.
And I think we're probably like halfway-ish.
Yeah. Let's see.
Comrades, right now what we're talking about is what time the
I don't
statement
give
of
a fuck.
Kakashi.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, just don't
Uh,
even talk to him. Don't even talk to him.
okay.
That
Don't
was
even get.
so mean. I'm sorry, Vid. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're basically talking about when the statement was made of Kakashi being the strongest ninja.
Oh, well, now I don't want you. Nah, you shouldn't have told me. That shit sounds so horrible.
I mean, you can just leave.
Yeah, you can just leave. Let's see.
Now I don't want to because Villain told me so.
I don't even know. Nah. Konoha's strongest ninja.
See, you
Tough.
should have called me up since I'm the Naruto expert, but I
Okay,
said what it.
okay, that's
Is
fine.
that true? I'm not sure that's true.
Nobody cares.
Everybody in this server, definitely, for sure.
Let me see.
Definitely the most knowledgeable one Naruto.
You know what? Let me just Google this.
I think Draco is probably the most knowledgeable Naruto.
I don't know. Draco's ass.
Okay,
He's ass. He has no knowledge, especially in arts.
sure.
Okay. Um, let me see. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Because I kind of want to drop this point and give a different scaling if I really can't get this off.
Sure.
Let me see. If I can't find that is. Oh, fuck. Okay, give me see. Let me see. Because I'm a fucking Korra right now. Let's see if these fucking speds they when this was stated. Let me see. Nah, these motherfuckers have no idea.
I was watching some Beyblade clips recently.
Give me a second. Let me see what Sad sent. Where can I go with this? Okay. Yeah, this motherfucker really just dropped a scan and it was like, okay, use this and that's it. Um, actually,
Well, comrades, you just change your profile pic.
No, it just magically looks different. I didn't consciously do that.
I told you not to talk to this girl, man.
Damn, villain, get off my dick. I'm joking.
Oh, just hush, bro. Just hush.
Shit.
Just hush.
Ask me a question.
Okay, that's fine.
Dick eating ass nigga.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me see. Damn. This motherfucker really just dropped that shit and left.
Do you want to
Okay.
like move on then?
Yeah, I'm kind of forced to move on.
Sure.
So yeah, let's see. This shit really has no validity. So, let me send this scan. And okay, you know what? How about this? You're fine with Orochimaru scaling to like Hiruzen, right? Like relative.
I think Hiruzen is like above. We can go into that if you want.
Yeah, sure. Cause if I win this point where it's
Sure.
like if they're relative. Well, actually, you know what? Let me ask you this: you're fine with Itachi just scaling over Orochimaru, right? Based on what Orochimaru had said
No,
verbatim. Okay.
no.
So-
It's stated Orochimaru is the most powerful enemy
okay.
of the Leaf.
Hold on. Let
I'll,
me.
I'll drop
Hold
you.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me send this. Let me send this fucking scan.
Sure.
Right. So if you look here, we know for a fact that like Orochimaru, the
You know
reason
this is
why
after he loses his arms.
after.
Yeah,
Let me see.
and he's like
No,
also
actually,
dying and
actually,
needs a new body.
okay, hold on, give me a second. So let me give you context, right? So if you read what he says, we know that Orochimaru wants this new vessel, right? That's the reason why he's going after Sasuke. The reason why he's going after Sasuke now is because he couldn't quote unquote rope in Itachi from the beginning. That's verbatim, right? So if he could get Itachi, there would be no reason for him to go after Sasuke. And he goes after Sasuke before any of this shit happens. So we have a full power Orochimaru going after Sasuke because he couldn't get Itachi. That's just right there. He says this all would not have been necessary if we had been able to rope in Uchiha Itachi from the beginning. But that dream has died. He is stronger than I. That's why, listen, wait, that's why I broke away from that organization and then it shows his Akatsuki ring. So whatever the fuck happened with him and Hiruzen and him being heavily weakened is completely irrelevant to him not being able to quote unquote rope in Itachi from the beginning. Because Itachi is just stronger. That's the only logical conclusion. You could just concede on the point.
Okay, I'm back.
You got that right.
Got what?
Okay, let me just rephrase. Let me just not rephrase, but let me just state it again, but just shorter, right? So you're saying that Orochimaru is stating that quote unquote he is stronger than I in reference to Itachi is only because he lost his arms, right? And then I'm saying that does not make any sense because the only reason he went after Sasuke as his vessel is because he couldn't get Itachi from the beginning, right? And he's going like we have a full power Orochimaru, right? Going after Sasuke. Why is that? Because he couldn't get Itachi from the beginning. So him losing both of
Sure.
his
This can
arms
just be in reference to
is
abilities.
reference to abilities. What? He just okay. We don't know. He just says he is stronger than I. That's just what it says. He is stronger than I.
Comrade, do you remember when the fight between Orochimaru and Itachi is shown? Is that part 1 or part 2?
Part 2.
Part 2? Okay, well, okay, he's stronger than I can just refer to like the abilities Itachi has can put him above Orochimaru, but I don't think he necessarily scales stats wise. Because we do have like statements
Will
of
you say that
Orochimaru
again?
being
Say that again about the stat wise thing.
it doesn't necessarily have to be stats wise.
Okay. So I also want to make the argument that like Itachi's power is like shrouded in mystery. You are aware of that, right? Because I don't have the scan on me.
Wait, why is that
Of
relevant?
Itachi's power shrouded in mystery, but like you acknowledged it, right?
When is that statement made? 'Cause couldn't that just be in reference to the Mangekyo?
In the data book.
Yeah, it's in a data book, but I don't have it.
Yeah, but like,
I
what
have
point
this.
in time is it? Yeah, but what point in time is it referring to?
It's in part one. It's like, I think it's like during the tuning exams or after that. Like,
Yeah, so it could just be
Okay.
like referring
Yeah, I
to
got you.
the
I got you.
Mangekyo.
Okay, so hold on. So his power is shrouded in mystery. Okay.
And also,
So
you know, the statement
no,
I'm
wait,
using
hold
is a
on. No,
data
I
book
got you.
statement.
Hold on. So
Okay.
what I'm basically gonna say is right. If his power is shrouded in mystery, and his true strength has not been shown, we both agree that his true strength is his Mangekyo Sharingan, right? His Mangekyo?
Yes, his true strength is his Mangekyo. Yeah.
Right. So if Orochimaru, or like if his true strength isn't fucking known, that would mean that Itachi would have fought Orochimaru without his true strength, because it's stated in the data book that his true strength is just shrouded in mystery. So he hasn't even shown off his Mangekyo.
Sure, but I also
And
argued
then
earlier that the MS is just purely abilities. I don't see why it increases stats.
okay, that doesn't matter because we already agreed that Itachi's true strength is his Mangekyo. By virtue of his true strength being shrouded in mystery, that would mean that it would basically entail that like no one has fucking seen it, is what I'm saying. So you kind
Sure.
of just shot yourself in the foot. And
No,
then
no,
and then
because the
and
reason
then
he can
yeah,
be above Orochimaru because of his abilities, but I think Orochimaru's stats-wise stronger because it's stated.
yeah, you would just be contradicting what's already established, to be honest. Because if
Wait,
his thing is
why is that
like, hold
contradicting
on.
anything?
Okay, let me explain. Because if his power is shrouded in mystery, his power or his true strength or whatever is his Mangekyo Sharingan. So by virtue of that, that would mean that um he hasn't fucking shown off his Mangekyo Sharingan, but yet we still have this statement of Orochimaru referring to Itachi, just saying that he is stronger than I. And then I already addressed that argument that you made about like, oh, this is just Orochimaru without his arms cut off, because we know for a fact that Orochimaru just states in the same scan that he couldn't rope in Itachi Uchiha from the beginning.
Yeah, I already dropped that bit. What I'm saying is, he doesn't necessarily have to scale stats-wise above Orochimaru, and I'm saying this is supported
Okay,
by like
so
Orochimaru being
listen. Okay,
stated
look, Vid,
the
I don't
most
know if
powerful.
you're listen, Vid. I don't know if you're getting it or not, but this is Itachi without his Mangekyo. Orochimaru is stating that this Itachi is stronger than he is.
Yeah, in terms of what?
It like we okay, listen. It's not even like about abilities at this point because the abilities are with the Mangekyo Sharingan.
No, I'm saying his like
And those
normal
are
Sharingan
exempt.
abilities. Because that's the entire reason Orochimaru wants for Sharingan, because it's like busted,
Bro,
it's broken.
what fucking higher abilities? Of like what abilities
The
of the
abilities
Sharingan?
of
What are
a
you talking about?
Sharingan, Genjutsu, like precog,
What do they
like
do?
say that again.
What do they do? Because listen, Sharingan, first Tomoe amps perception, second Tomoe amps perception, the third one is just precog, right?
It
That could
also
all
gives you
be
like
that could
Genjutsu and stuff. It's busted.
a Genjutsu. What is a Genjutsu?
Genjutsu, it just has Sharingan Genjutsu.
Okay, so it gives them Genjutsu and precog. So you know what? You know what? Let me see this. Let me see this. Touching Mangekyo. Because I don't even think I have to address that with the skating. It's already been established. So let's see. Give me a second.
Are you fine with Comrade's judging, or do you like hate him?
Fuck that fool. We could just send this recording to someone. You send it to like
Yeah.
Sod, Fairy,
They're
Glock.
I'll
both
send it to.
ass, and they're both worse than me at judging.
Okay, I don't care.
I don't know where this vendetta is coming from.
Okay, I don't care. Let's see.
Cambridge. I think I can see where the vendetta is coming from.
I don't.
Let's see.
He's mad because I bullied him for losing the deck. I don't know.
I fucking forgot what I was even thinking, bro. Just stop talking.
We were talking
My fault. You have
about
short-term memory on
You see,
retards.
yeah, you see how he interrupts you. Go ahead, dude. I'm sorry
we were
for
talking
him.
about the abilities of a Sharingan.
Okay, the ability of the Sharingan. Oh, okay. And you're saying that like, okay, so if that's the case, you're fine. You're fine with like 3 Tomoe Sharingan scaling to like Orochimaru in stats, right? Or whatever.
No, because he could have just like put Orochimaru in a Genjutsu, which is like I'm not going to argue this because it's not shown, but that's literally like what's shown. So I said that,
Yeah,
but
in
what I'm
part two.
saying is that could be what happened. We know it is, but I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, I got you. So let me type up the scaling then, right? Itachi. Um, let me see. Is that what you mean?
Actually, free to Genjutsu. Yeah, sure.
Right. Let me see. And then let me see. So yeah, by virtue of him, let me see. Let's see. Where was I going with this? Itachi.
Yeah, I have no idea where you're going with this.
No, I got you. I was going somewhere with this, but let me see. Because I'm basically trying to fit this scaling into the scaling that's already been established. Okay, you know what? This should just be. I got you. Mangekyo. So you're fine with like Itachi with the Mangekyo scaling above 3 Tomoe. What's his face, right? Orochimaru.
I'm
Wait.
I'm
My bad.
fine with the MS. Wait,
My bad.
restart.
My bad. This.
Actually, Mangekyo attached free term. In terms of, do you mean in terms of stats or like Genjutsu?
Genjutsu.
Yeah, I'm fine with Mangekyo having better Genjutsu.
Okay. So let me tie that back in. Man. The whole Kakashi strongest in the village thing, man. Let me see.
Oh.
Fuck. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Because the other one has like suppressed Itachi. So let's see. If that's the case, then Itachi with Mangekyo and then 3 Tomoe Orochimaru. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna kinda, because this is the same point. So let me see. Since it was my claim. Okay, my bad. Using all my fucking brain power right now. Holy shit. I'm trying to see, because this Genjutsu shit, let me see. Man. What do I call it? Okay, you know what? Because then, like, because these are the two scalings that like have been established. So it's like that would automatically put Itachi with his Mangekyo over Orochimaru. So I think all that's really left to argue is where Hiruzen scales in this. Because I was going through like,
and let me
because
just read this quick.
I was like mentally going through the entire debate, and that's all I really need to prove at that point.
So these scalings aren't talking about the same thing, right? The top one is Genjutsu, the bottom one, yeah. All right, yeah. I can see this.
Like
okay.
you see where there's a disconnect, right?
Yeah, so you're fine with Itachi not necessarily being stats-wise stronger.
Well, actually, you know what? Because I never addressed that, so let me address it now. You're aware of the fact that Itachi with Genjutsu, right, has to look at Orochimaru in the eyes, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. So that would automatically
he
entail
does have
that.
other Genjus. Oh, actually, that's part 2. Never mind.
Yeah. So that would automatically entail that Itachi has to be at least relative or faster than Orochimaru, right, in terms of stats for him to perform
Why
that.
does looking in the eye mean you're relative or faster?
I'm just saying it has to be.
Why?
Okay, you know what? Let me see.
You're so stupid.
It really is. It really is.
Villain agreeing with, what do I call you now? Calm Rage, Radiance? What do you prefer?
I don't give a fuck. By the way, I was calling you stupid, villain, not the argument.
I know. That's fine.
Making sure.
Fuck. Bro, if only Saw would have fucking told me when that statement was made, this shit would have been over. Fuck.
Well, you were relying on the Kakashi statement.
This is why you got to get your Naruto knowledge up. It is what it is.
Fucking Kakashi statement, the scam. Like, he just dropped it and he never gave me context to it.
Oh, he does that a lot. He just randomly sends
Well,
us
I don't
scales.
know. You should have the context.
I should have asked him. Tough.
That's why he
Should ask
suggested
me.
this topic.
Okay, what was that vid?
Would you really help Villain though?
Listen, don't.
I tried to help. He just doesn't take it. Like,
I don't even care. Nah.
he has a vendetta, not me. I don't give a fuck.
That's fine. Nah.
Oh, KK is in here. Hello, KK.
Okay, you know what? Let's just go into your scaling then. Because I think with this scaling, that's pretty much enough to carry me. Based on
You're fine
how I
with
scale.
Itachi not necessarily being higher in stats than Orochimaru, right?
That could be like up in the air.
Sure. Shall I explain why Orochimaru should be higher?
In terms of stats?
Yeah.
Let me think about this. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so we have this statement that says Orochimaru is like the most powerful of all village enemies. And then we also have the statement of Itachi being like stronger than Orochimaru. So like the way for this to be like not contradictory is for one to just be better in stats and one to like have better abilities. And we know that like Itachi is like more likely to be above in abilities. That's what we've agreed. So then it's just more likely that Orochimaru is above in stats.
Okay, so how far above would Orochimaru, like assuming this is true, right? Assuming I steal my this, how far above would Orochimaru be above Itachi? Are you saying like a blitz level above or what?
I don't know. He's just above.
Just above. Okay, so that would tie back into my previous argument of like, because how do I say it? If Orochimaru was like a blitz level above Itachi, then Itachi wouldn't be able to look at him at his eyes, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's a blitz level. I just think he's above.
Just above. Okay, so you're saying that the most powerful and the most evil of all village enemies. Let me see. The most powerful and most evil of all. So of all village enemies who personally try to overthrow Konoha. Let's see. So, man, Hassan never sent me this shit. Tough.
This scan I just like randomly found in a server, and I was like, oh, this could be good.
That's crazy. Okay, so the most powerful and most evil of all village enemies. How can I argue this?
You could just accept it.
Give me a second. And you're using this to like put him higher in stats to fucking what's his face Itachi. So
Mm-hmm. Ooh, wait, Doctor Strange teaser? Let me watch this.
okay, so let me see. You know what? I'll just agree with it. So he's higher. He's
Mm-hmm.
higher to Itachi in terms of like stats, but he's not a blitz level above. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to get into Hiruzen like versus Orochimaru now?
Wait, actually, you know what? Let me make this argument as well because this is super relevant. So you're aware of the fact that the Sharingan used with the three Tomoe Sharingan, right, are like able to fight like a blitz above themselves.
No.
You know what I mean by that, right?
No.
So if
I
you
mean, no,
remember,
I know what you mean. I'm just not aware of it. So they can fight people who can blitz them. I'm not sure how you fight someone who can blitz you.
with
Sure.
precog.
Yeah, I know they wouldn't be. I don't know how you can like say they're being blitzed.
So you remember
Or
Sasuke versus
just send why you think they can do that.
okay, right. So you remember Sasuke versus Naruto, right? At like the last fight in part one,
Vaguely.
where because they made this whole thing. Actually, you know, you fine with me sending the episode instead of like scan
Yeah.
by scan by scan. I could do both, but it's
Well,
just much
for
easier.
that episode, didn't they do like special choreography and stuff?
Oh my
Because it's
god.
like a big fight.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll just send you the scans then. Let's see. Part 1, chapter. Okay, 175. Perfect. Okay, give me a sec.
Should I save the recording just so it doesn't go again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's back. Do you just quickly want to say what point you're on? Oh, it's
Yeah.
whether Sharingan people can fight Blitz above themselves or whatever. Well, it should be in the last recording actually.
Yeah. Let me see. Part 1, chapter. Man. You know what? Let me just guess what this shit is at.
This has been quite a long debate.
Yeah, it's my fault,
Most of
bro.
the time we haven't actually been like doing stuff. We've just been chilling.
It's my fault, man. Let me see. Okay, I got the fight. Okay, they're fighting. Let's see. Okay. So this
What
is it.
chapter is it? Just so I can quickly repeat.
The scan that I'm sending is from chapter 230, and this is it. This basically just summarizes the entire argument. So it's this is like Kakashi when he barely awakens his third Tomoe in the Sharingan. Then he's just verbatim
Sasuke,
states,
you mean?
yeah, Sasuke. Then he says, "I couldn't keep up with them, but now is it the whatever? I can tell what he's going to do next just by looking at him with his mind's eye, with my mind's eye." So yeah,
And what are you
yes,
trying to say with this?
that like even though an opponent is faster, the third Tomoe or like the 3T Sharingan just allows you to like still be able to keep up with them. And then I could send you the scans that come after of like Sasuke being able to like keep up with them by
You
virtue of
said a
him having
blitz
recall.
level, though, didn't you?
Blitz level faster. Yeah.
Yeah. So why is this a blitz level?
Let me see.
And is it even because he says, "Is it the curse mark? Is my body adapting to the effects?" But is it even the Sharingan?
Yeah. Let me see. Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter because yeah, it doesn't even matter because we already agreed earlier that the 3 Tomoe Sharingan grants you precog.
Well, yeah, it can grant you precog. I just don't know how much.
Bro, precog is precog. What do you mean?
Yeah, but you can have better precog than something.
Let me see.
Like the 3 Tomoe has better than 2 Tomoe.
Okay, you know what? This could just be Sasuke not even knowing what's happening because he's saying that like, is it the curse mark? Is my body? I can tell what he's going like. What he does know is that he just knows what Naruto's going to do next just by looking at him with his mind's eye or whatever. But before that, he's questioning: is it the curse mark? Is the body adapting? And we know those two are just complete bullshit, right? Because it's obviously not the curse mark, and it can't be like
No, but
his
he could
body.
be like weakened from the curse mark, and then now he's like coming back to normal.
No. So you're not getting what I'm saying. So this is right after he gets the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, right? Before that, he couldn't keep up, and now he's saying now he can keep up. He's juggling all these possibilities. Is it this? Is it that? But since we already agreed that the Tomoe Sharingan, that 3T Sharingan gives you precog, that would be the only logical explanation. Or like the possibility. And then this other shit, this next scan is like I can tell what he's going to do next just by looking at him with my mind's eye. That could just be an effect of precog via the 3 Tomoe Sharingan.
Okay, but why are you saying this is a blitz level?
Let me show you scans of that.
Okay.
Let's go to the previous chapter. Let me see.
KK, are you even here? How entertaining is this? Comrade?
Sorry, what?
The fuck do you
Oh,
want?
KK is. I was just asking how entertaining this is.
Oh no, it's not
Oh.
entertaining at all. It sucks. You both suck. Like horribly.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, it's not really much going on, so
Yeah, this has been quite slow.
I got you. So it's basically this feat.
Either you know shit about Naruto, it's horrible.
Who are you talking to? Are you trying to focus?
Where he's just constantly getting blitz.
Okay, no.
Beebus.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah. So let me see.
This is before, right?
Yeah, this is 2 Tomoe what's his face? Sasuke. Like you could see in the scan, right, where he's like, what, he's so fast in reference to Naruto, you can see like closely his eyes. He only has 2 Tomoes. And then of course if you keep going,
Let me have a look at
he's,
it.
he's just
Are you sure
constantly
that's
getting.
2 tomorrow? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah, even then this is chapter 229 and the scan where he gets the 3 Tomoe is 230. So
Okay, why is this not just for 3 tomorrow being a stat amp from 2 tomorrow?
you're saying that it can be a stat amp?
Yeah. So instead of him getting like better precog, he's just faster now.
Okay, it's not about him getting better precog, because we already agreed that 3 Tomoe just gives you precog. So he had no precog, and now we already agreed before this that 3 Tomoe gives you precog. And then you're saying that,
Oh,
like,
wait, did we
why
say
can't
2
this be
tomorrow
stats?
doesn't have precog?
No, we already agreed before this that 3 Tomoe gives you precog.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying this is a
So
blitz
that's like,
level because we
okay,
see.
listen, bro. Let's just agree. We don't even have to agree. You're aware of the fact that we both already agreed, right, that 3T gives you precog. You're aware
Yeah.
of that, right? Okay. So it's not a boost in fucking precog. So it's like you're saying, like, oh, this could be just an amp in perception. That doesn't make sense because I already sent the scan of fucking Sasuke just verbatim stating I can tell what he's going to do next just by looking at him with my mind's eye, and then we see the visualization of Naruto's body, and then we see like what Sasuke is like predicting or whatever the fuck. Like you see two Narutos, right? Like his physical body and then what he's going to do next. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for this to be an amp in perception. Like we could just conclude on this point, to be honest.
Oh wait, and let me just. And you're saying this will mean like someone with a Sharingan can someone with a Sharingan can like fight someone who's a blitz level above them.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we can conclude.
Okay, and then what's your reasoning for this Naruto being a blitz level above 3 Tomoe Sasuke? Is it because he blitzed 2 Tomoe Sasuke?
Yeah.
And doesn't that just presuppose 2 Tomoe and 3 Tomoe are like the same strength?
The what?
That 2 Tomoe Sasuke and 3 Tomoe are like similar speeds.
Similar speeds in like terms of perception?
No, like physical speeds.
Physical speeds? What?
Yeah. So how do you know this free Tomoe Sasuke would be like getting blitzed? Like ignore the precog, but how do you know he'd be getting blitzed? Like without the precog?
I don't get what you're saying.
So let me see if I can type it out. You're saying Naruto blitz level above 2 Tomoe, and then 3 Tomoe can keep up with him, right? So
Yeah.
you're saying that. Okay. And what am I saying? I'm saying what am I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm saying why is Naruto blitz level above 3 Tomoe Sasuke? That's what I'm saying. Because he can
Right.
be a blitz level above 2. I don't see why he's a blitz level above 3 Tomoe Sasuke.
I got you. So really, all we know from Sasuke is that the reason why he's able to keep up, stated by Sasuke himself, is because he's able to like just see ahead, which just entails
Is he?
precog.
Does he say that's the only reason?
Let me see. Because listen, if you're claiming that there's another reason, that there's an amp perception, you kind of have to prove that.
No, I'm not. I'm not
And as
saying
I
there's
see
another
it,
reason.
yeah, I get you. And as I see it, there's really no proof to back that up. All we know is that Sasuke verbatim states that it's because of precog. So let me see. Because I'm looking through this fight. Let me see. Okay, 230. And then, okay, yeah, 230.
This is really weird. I had no idea you were going to bring this up.
So let's see. This is the fucking. I heard this argument from Cursed Battler.
You think Valor's on you? Valor sucks. Come on, man.
Perfect,
Mom, who do you
perfect.
think
Listen,
doesn't stop?
wait, I
Who do you
got you, I
think
got you,
doesn't
I
stop?
got you.
Okay.
No, I got you. I found it. So this is in the same chapter. If you look at 230, this is what it says. This is what Sasuke says. This is verbatim. Um, all I need to do is read his next move and set up my strike before it happens. I should have read this chapter completely. My bad. And then let me see. And then we have Naruto just basically confirming what I said, where it's like he's anticipating all of my moves. And anticipation is like reading ahead, right? So it's like
Mm,
Sasuke is just verbatim just saying my argument. All he has to do is just read his next move.
Okay, but that doesn't answer why this Naruto is a blitz level above Sasuke. Vid didn't know what you guys being so far debate.
Okay, it's saying right there all he has to do is just read his next move. It's right there.
Did you send that? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All I need to do is read his next move. Is that my strike? Okay, wait. Why does that mean Naruto is a blitz level above him?
Okay. So yeah, I already said why. Because it's just what
And
Sasuke says. It just says all I need to do. That's all he has to do. So it's not
cool.
like
Okay. Do you want to move on?
because okay, so Sasuke isn't saying, "Oh, I have to be faster." Oh, this, oh that. No, all he's saying, all I need to do. The one thing he has to do is just read. So of course, since he's not getting faster, the stats are basically the same, but the only difference is that all he has to do is just
Wait,
read his
why are the
next book.
stats the same?
So we
Because
can
the way it's
conclude.
looking,
We can
Sasuke
conclude.
doesn't know he.
We can
Wait, let me
conclude.
just address that last part. So you're saying the stats aren't changing, right? But we don't know that to be the case because even it seems to Sasuke that he doesn't know he's just awakened the free tone because he's like confused. He's like, oh, is this a curse mark or whatever? So he might
Yeah,
not even know he's awakened the free tone.
yeah, that's before. That's before. So he says that shit, right? And then that's when he's first seeing Naruto. and he's adjusting to these movements, and then let me see, and then we get to this part where it's like all I need to do is read his next move, so we can just come to
Yeah,
like
I
an
know. So he can think it's a precog that's letting him keep up. But if he doesn't know he's just gone like faster, then like he would just be wrong.
So why would he not mention it though?
Because it would just be weird to think that you've just randomly gotten faster out of nowhere. So he could be like, "Oh, this precog is helping me," and just think,
That's not no. That's not what he says. Literally, listen, because what he says directly contradicts your argument. So it's not like, oh, it could also mean this. Sasuke could have also gotten faster, but that's not what it says. All he just verbatim says is all I need to do is just read his next move. So we can conclude, to be honest. Well, we didn't even need to conclude, like give our conclusions. We could just leave it at that point.
Sure. Okay, do you want to go to Hiruzen, like, over, like, just how he scares Orochimaru then?
Right. So hold on. At this point, we kind of do need judgment for this whole Itachi scaling with like the three Tomoe or bliss level above shit. But
No, you don't.
Yeah, we could just finish.
Just argue off the possibility that you won your scaling, and then Vic
yeah.
just argues off the possibility that he won all his scaling. It's simple
Yeah,
as
Right.
it's like
So we could
basic brain cells. I don't know.
so
Common
we
sense.
can okay, that's fine. So we can so how about this? We can bring up that hypothetical situation towards like the end of your scaling. You get what I mean? Because if you can realistically scale Hiruzen to be like a blitz level above, then that judgment would matter. But if you just can't scale him to like stat wise to be like to Itachi, then it wouldn't matter. So we could just go
Sure.
into your scaling then.
Okay, so are you aware that when you make shadow clones, you're like distributing up your chakra between all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know he makes like 2 shadow clones in the fight against Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Okay, so like each Hiruzen would be like 33% of his normal strength.
Let me see. Let me see. So, let me see. If I remember correctly, what did you say again?
So he makes 2 clones, so that's 3 Hiruzens now. They each have 33% of his chakra. So each Hiruzen is like a third of his strength.
A third of his strength. Okay. Can you prove that? Or like you like what under what basis?
Because he's just divided his chakra into 3.
Right. And how does chakra like relate to like strength?
That's what they use for strength.
Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I'd have to see the scan. Because I've seen it like one time.
Okay, are you aware, okay, let me see if I can find this again.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Comrade, who do you think is winning?
You.
Thank you.
You're just never seen anyone win a debate. Crazy.
I don't even know if he's read Naruto. Like, he just seems to not know it.
Because he has short-term memory loss.
Perhaps. Where did Micah go?
Vid, what are you guys debating? Like, what's the topic?
Oh, Itachi vs Hiruzen, part one knowledge. I'm doing a
Mm.
devil's advocate. Well, it's not really devil's advocate
You have
because I
the
haven't looked
worst
into it.
scaling, Vid. I can give you some scaling for yours.
Okay, thank you. Wait, what's bad about it? Oh, we bored KK. Oh no, he's back.
Man, I remember I used to argue
Alright, I'm
for
back.
like Kashi being above like this line.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay, so the thing I posted shows how like stamina is pretty much chakra.
Okay.
Actually, there's one that's a little bit clearer, which I can get. It's like, you know, the thing at the end of chapters they do, like the little drawing or whatever.
Okay. So stamina gets converted to chakra. And okay.
So each clone, not each like Hiruzen, and then his two clones would be like a third of their normal stamina.
Their own stamina. Let me see. And then you're gonna make the argument that like that Hiruzen like blitzed Orochimaru, right? Or some shit like that, right?
Do I have to go for?
Or
Well, I
some
mean,
shit like that.
it's better for me to go for a blitz. I'll go for the blitzing first.
Yeah. So let me see. What chapter is that at? Orochimaru versus Hiruzen?
1, 2, 3 is the blitz bit, but it starts around like 116.
Yeah, I got you. Let me just get my mind right on this, so I know exactly.
So I'll just get the scans.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want the scan before as well?
Wait, give me a second. Let me see. Okay, perfect. So
I'm just gonna send these in order.
okay, so he makes these two shadow clones, right? And then he uses them for the two Edo whatevers, and then he dismisses them, right?
Dismisses them. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, does he? Let me see. He
Yeah, I
does.
got you. Yeah. So he dismisses them, right? Orochimaru
Yeah.
doesn't take them out. So this could just be the chakra coming back to him.
Why did chakra come back to you?
Because yeah, it wouldn't make sense for someone like Naruto to make like, you remember when he makes like 2,000 shadow clones against Gaara?
Yeah.
Right. So he does that, and then he just beats the shit out of Gaara, and then he goes back. He dismisses all of those clones. So under what you're claiming, Naruto would be like super heavily fucking surprised, because he'd be like, I don't need to get like the exact quantification, but like if you make 2,000 shadow clones, right, you'd be like 1 divided by 2,000 of your strength,
2000.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
also
then
think Naruto's like mentally
give me a
active,
second,
so I don't think that's
give me a second.
okay.
There's that. So then, yeah, and then after Naruto does all this crazy shit with summoning Gamabunta, right? And you know all of that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense for him to do all of that with only like 1/2000s, but let me address the mental amp thing. So what does mental amp do?
Make you stronger.
What do you mean? In terms of
Uh,
what? Does it
I
give
can
you
give
like more chakra or what?
No, it just the wording is like when you're protecting someone you love, you just get the strength you need. That's
The
all I
strength
see.
you need. Okay. Would that be in reference to like chakra or stamina or what?
I don't know what it's in reference to. I
Okay.
think it's just. I don't think it has to be in reference to chakra. It can just be you get physically stronger.
Right. So that would be like in reference to stamina, right? And stamina is directly correlated with
Not
chakra.
necessarily. Like
What?
it could just be your physical body just getting stronger, because stamina in Naruto is like physical and mental energy. So I mean, I guess you can say it could be stamina or something. Sure.
See, because that's why I'm asking, right? If that mental amp, like, what does it give you? Because what I'm saying is that even though Naruto can be like mentally amped to be like at 500% of his fucking power, right? Mathematically, if you divide that by 2000s or whatever the fuck, he would be like at 1/2000th of his power. So it doesn't matter how much the amp is. Mathematically, he'd be severely fucking weakened against Gaara, and then of course we know he summons Gamabunta and all this
Well, I mean,
chakra.
it does depend on how large an amp is, because if an amp is like large enough that, well, the wording is exactly like as much strength as you need. So I don't think it even like matters. It's just he needed this amount of strength to beat Gaara. He got that amount of strength. And let me get those scans to you first.
Yeah, we'd have to get into. Well, let me see. Because what you're basically saying is that um, like Naruto with the fucking like at 1/2000th of his power is still able to do all this crazy shit. So wait, what are you getting? Are you getting the mental app thing
Yeah, where Haku is like,
from Haku, right?
yeah, but it like
So
specifically flashes back to Haku when it says it.
right. So if we both agree on it, you don't have to send it, right? So from what I
Okay,
remember,
I
it's
just
just
wanted like the
basically
exact wording, but if you're fine with it, sure.
yeah. So like if we both, so if I remember, it's just like if you're protecting someone you love, you should have like enough
As
strength to
much,
like protect them or some shit.
yeah, as you need. That can be like kind of supported by it. It's like a really close fight, so he doesn't get more than he needs. He gets like just enough.
Just enough. Um, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Cause let me see. There was another statement that I want to talk about. It's made from like the Anbu.
Yeah, is it the it's like throwing away chunks of chakra one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Valor was just like wrong there, because he like doesn't debate Naruto. So I'll explain why it's wrong.
I got
So
you.
what it's saying is if they fail, it's like throwing away chunks of chakra. But if they do the right thing, the chakra is still being used. But instead of it being thrown away, it's just like being used effectively.
Okay, give me a second. Let me find it for myself.
I'll look for it.
That where was that made? Was that made in chapter 122, or am I wrong?
I don't know. I just know it's in the Hiruzen
Okay,
Orochimaru fight.
let me look through it. Yeah, this must be it. Let me see. Okay, so he makes it, and he says,
What the fuck? Orochimaru says he's going to groom Sasuke. They never said that in the anime.
let me see. Nah, can't find it. 122. What the fuck? Okay, so he makes the shadow clones. Then
All I'm saying is no one's going to want to go over this and judge it.
yeah. Okay, then he says no. Why shadow doppelgangers to prevent destroying your life? Okay, let me see. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Based on the previous point you made, I don't even think I have to address this as well. So let me see. So you're saying that like Naruto, even though his chakra was divided by that much, the mental amp is enough to um to basically help him beat Gaara, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So this could just apply to Hiruzen as well.
You
Where
think
he
he's
was
mentally amped?
yeah, he could have just been protecting the village. And that would it's basically like the same thing that Haku was talking about, where he was protecting something he loved, which would just be the village and its people. And yeah, that could have been just another mental amp for Hiruzen.
Sure, but would you agree he's like mentally nerfed before this because he's fighting a student?
Give me a second. Cause I'm making this shit while I'm reading it for the first time in like in a month. So give me a second.
Mm.
Cause he does talk about it. Okay. This is at the end. Then you get some. Okay. Then he's talking about okay. Okay, you two shall die. Let me see. Okay, talking to Sasuke. What the fuck? What is Sasuke doing here?
That's probably when Orochimaru's like explaining what he's gonna do.
What the fuck? Now it's Gaara. Bro.
Yeah, they do cut between the fights a lot.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, now it's back. Let's see. Okay. So so you are aware that like Hiruzen wanted to kill Orochimaru, right? With the shadow thing? With the stealing jutsu, right?
Wait, say that again?
You are aware that he wanted to like pretty much kill Orochimaru,
Yeah.
right? So that would kind of negate the whole student thing, right?
Well, I think he was like nerfed before, and
Okay,
then
he
like
could
this
be
like mental amp could just like cancel out.
okay. So he could have been nerfed before, right? But then if he wants to kill his student, that would just negate that, right? Wouldn't you say?
Not necessarily, because like you can be resolved to kill your student and still not want to. Because like we see at the end of the fight, Hiruzen's like,
Okay,
he sees
okay.
Orochimaru as a
Listen.
kid.
That makes absolutely no fucking sense. So let me see. If you're holding back, so actually, you know what? Tell me why he wasn't holds back. It's because the whole student teacher thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like, what does that mean for the fight? What does that entail?
It means he just like doesn't want to like fight his student.
Doesn't
Because
want
you
to
know you
fight,
can like fight someone and not want to fight them, right? Or you can even be going to kill someone and not want to do it.
right? Let's see, dude. Fuck, dude. I can't find the fucking end of this fight, bro.
You want the end of the fight?
Dude, I can't fucking
Like
find it. It's when Orochimaru gets his hands like chopped off or whatever.
yeah, should
When
be
it
like
gets
140ish.
140. I'm in 130, and this is
Oh
all
no, it's
Gaara.
140.
Dude, fuck.
It's 137.
137.
138. Yeah,
Yeah.
around there. Yeah, 137.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. Okay, so do not underestimate the shinobi of this village. Whatever. So we both agree that he was mentally amped, right?
Did you show the scans?
Okay, I got you.
Actually, no.
Got it.
Your reasoning should be fine. Your reasoning was that he's like protecting the village and he loves the village, right?
Yeah, I sent the scan anyway
Sure.
with like him
Okay,
saying.
sure.
Okay. So, and you're saying that like this amp will just cancel out the student teacher nerf?
hmm
Okay, can you like prove that?
Well, I think we're just like both unquantifiable.
Both unquantifiable? Well, if they're not quantifiable, you can't say that like one amp would cancel out the other one because that would entail that the amps and the nerf are like equal for them to just like
Actually, in
cancel out.
fact, Hiruzen's like talking about a different kind of thing. He's saying a shinobi's true strength emerges. So he's saying like, oh, this is the strength they like truly have. This is their real strength. So I think
Okay,
this would be fine. That can
listen.
still be like Hiruzen's true strength.
What? No. This is the mental amp thing. So we already agree that he's mentally amped.
Yeah, I know, but what he's saying is, I told you that Shinobi's true strength emerges when he or she is defending was precious to him. So this can just be him showing his true strength, and that's him. Well, we haven't got into it, but I think that's him blitzing Orochimaru while weakened.
Okay. Well, let's see. I don't know Shinobi's true strength. Let me find it before this. So you're saying that this is not in reference to like the mental amp or like what?
No, it can be in reference to mental amp, but like it doesn't have to be like the same kind of mental amp.
Yeah, I don't get what you're saying. So
So
you're
we
saying
know
that
the way Hiruzen words it is like differently to the way Haku words it. So he's saying, "Oh, this is a shinobi's true strength," and then he shows his true strength, and that's him like beating the fuck out of Orochimaru.
oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Let me see. So yeah, I think this is just literally the same type of amp because I was scrolling to this shit and we literally see flashbacks of like all these people just talking about the same fucking amp, just showing the same amp. So narrative wise, it would make
Well,
sense
we're
that it's
talking about
just
the will of fire, right? So I don't think the will of fire is the same thing.
the will of fire is just defending someone you love, basically. Let me see.
Well, it's a bit more than that. It's like the
Give me a
desire to
second.
like protect the village and stuff.
Let me see. There are two scans to support my argument. Give me a second. Let me see. Yeah. Just explain the will of fire for me.
It's like your desire to protect the village.
And why is that different from what Haku said?
Just quickly see what Haku says. Haku makes that statement. Hopefully, you actually bring it up. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, the wording is actually quite similar. Yeah. So I was just misremembering when I said earlier. It was like they get enough power they need. What it's saying is this is when they can truly become strong. Crazy. The topic is Hiruzen versus Itachi.
Yeah, I
I
think
have
it's pretty much
Hiruzen before you say you're next. because I know you're about to say who was who. Only part, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much synonymous. It's
Yeah,
just
this can be
yeah,
the I think I was misremembering it earlier.
Yeah, in essence, it's just like if you have something to protect, right? You're just gonna get mentally amped just enough to overcome what your opponent.
No, because that's why I'm saying I was like mistaken earlier, because that's not the that's not like the actual wording of what Haku says.
Die.
Oh my god. Okay.
Why is
That is
Mookie
where they
just
can truly
lurking?
become strong.
Jesus Christ.
Kamri, do you
Oh,
think you beat Mookie?
He's my nigga. I'll fold him, yeah.
okay.
Hiruzen slaps back at Itachi and expend.
Honestly, I don't think I have to address this either, to be honest.
Helen, can you just concede?
Okay, hush.
Okay, if you don't want to address it, can we go on to the
Well, I don't
Hiruzen
think
stuff?
I have to. So, yeah, we could just leave that up for judgment, I guess. So go ahead.
I'll
I'm
post
the
my scans
judge.
again, just so that we have it. Well, we didn't agree to you, but I really don't think anyone else is going to judge. But we'll ask Fairy first.
Fairy's
Alright,
not
so I'll
about to
post the scans again.
come on.
So what's happening? So they're like staring each other down, right? And then we have this picture of Hiruzen, and then he just the next panel, well, not the next panel, but like a few panels down, we see him. He's like suddenly where Orochimaru is. He hits his sword out of his hand, and then like he's able to get around him and do the Reaper Death Seal on him.
Ain't
Why?
no fucking way, bro. Why?
Why?
See,
I'll post those again.
so fucking disrespectful. But anyways, right? Okay, so
They're not even hot. My God.
what are you arguing? Are you arguing like he's faster or like a list level above?
Yeah. So I'm like while weakened, 33% stuff. He can like blitz Orochimaru.
Okay, so but like on this feat alone, right? Are you saying like he's a blitz level or like faster? Just faster, right?
Well, I'm saying he can blitz Orochimaru.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this could just be
You're
Orochimaru.
wrong.
Shut the fuck up. This could just be Orochimaru being distracted by what's the monkey dude's name? Enma.
Enma.
He could just be distracted
I
by
want to talk.
Whoa!
bro. Shut the fuck
I'm gonna
up.
talk about
That's
Enma in a
gotta be
second.
racist.
Hush.
Alright,
So
I can say why he's not like distracted. So we can see in the bottom right, Hiruzen's like pulling up to the side, and Orochimaru notices him. And we know he just used his right hand to attack Enma, so he still has his left hand free.
wait.
So he
So
can like
he hold on.
counter.
So he's hold on. So he's distracted by this shit, right? And then he turns and he could just be like, how do I say it? This could just be an example of like the ninja redirection or whatever you call it.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm using the wrong term for it, but you know how like it's basically catching your opponent
Distraction.
off guard. Yeah, like some distraction shit.
I think Orochimaru is like smart enough to know that that Hiruzen will like try and attack him.
Okay, so you know that you remember that one specific feat where Sasuke and Naruto do that shit against what's his face? Zabuza. You remember that, right?
Zabuza,
Yeah.
where they like send the shuriken behind him, which turns him into
Yeah,
Naruto.
all that shit is what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you trying to say with that?
So people who are like significantly weaker, right? Obviously, those two were like significantly weaker than fucking what's
Zabuza,
his face?
sure.
Yeah, Zabuza, right? And they're able to like successfully perform that shit against someone much stronger, right? So
Okay, but it
and
doesn't
you
do
also
it.
well, hold on. And you also are aware that Hiruzen knows all the fucking whatchamacallit, all the jutsus and
Jutsu.
like belief, right? Yeah. So
I don't think that's a jutsu. I think that's just being smart.
well, either way, Hiruzen would know of this, right? And would probably like perform it just much better than fucking Naruto and Sasuke, right?
Sure, but I think there's like specific. Yeah.
Wait, my bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I misspoke. Technique. He knows every technique in
All
the
right. So
league.
he has 8 gates. So he goes 8 gates. No. Okay. So yeah, but there's like specific context to the Zabuza thing, right? Because wasn't he like holding Kakashi in a water bubble and couldn't move away from him? Otherwise, Kakashi would get out.
Hold on, let me see.
He does know Rasengan. For real.
Let me see. Tough. But I remember they do manage to like do some shit where they get him off guard or something, and it was relevant. It wasn't like, let me see.
Yeah, what they do is I think they make him dodge their attack, so he like lets Kakashi go, something like that.
Okay, I'm close to there. Let me see. Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's chapter 15 and 14, or
Yeah,
end of 14.
yeah. I'm on 14 right now. Okay, he does that. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, this is still relevant. I got you. So let me send this shit, and then let me send the scans that go after that. So it's not like they aim it at his hand; they aim it like straight at his head, and he's like instead of like dodging, he's just forced to like avoid the situation altogether. And it would make sense because like if if they were to just like throw the fucking kunai at Zabuza,
Well, he's just dodging it, isn't he?
right. But like, listen, like this whole ninja redirection shit is relevant, right? Because if they
Wait, how are
wouldn't
they
do it,
redirecting him?
let me explain. So all of this would be relevant because like the fact that Zabuza wouldn't fucking expect it would just mean that like that's the reason why he got like scratched in the first place, and that's the reason why he had to fucking let go of the jutsu to begin with. Because it wouldn't make sense for like just any fucking random or like Sasuke and Naruto to just throw the fucking kunai, and then Zabuza had to dodge. Like the strategy would have had to been used in order for this to happen. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because they're getting behind him, and he's like mid-jump, so he can't like move his head.
Right. So it was successful. This whole strategy of like like distracting him or whatever the fuck is successful.
Yeah, but there's like context to this, because the only reason this worked is because he had to stay in one spot.
Okay, so that's what I had said earlier. So if they were to throw a random fucking kunai at him, right, Zabuza would have
Yeah.
just fucking dodged and he wouldn't have to like move away. But all of
Yeah,
this
that's
was
what he does
done.
earlier.
Hold on, yeah. Yeah, all of this had to have been done in order for him to move away.
Sure.
So it was
But how's that
successful.
redirecting him?
Like distraction. Like
Like, how's that distracting him?
forget like the redirection shit. Forget that term. Just it's basically like a distraction. Like it's a technique to like distract the opponent and catch them off
It's not
guard.
distracting him though. We're just catching. Yeah, it's not distracting.
Yeah, off guard. My bad. It's basically off guarding, which is what Hiruzen I'm claiming did to Orochimaru. Just an off guard.
Sure, but Orochimaru doesn't have to stay in the same place.
Yeah, okay, you're not getting what I'm saying. So I'm saying
No,
that
I am
this
getting what you're
like
saying.
no. So
But
these two Genin are able to do it on like some on this dude who's like way stronger and that shit was successful. And I'm saying that Sarutobi, Hiruzen just being far better than what's the Naruto and Sasuke, just be able to like perform the same exact thing on fucking Orochimaru, like the same exact technique.
I'll tell you why this doesn't even matter, because the bit I'm pointing to about Blitz is I'm not talking about him like getting close to him. I'm talking about Orochimaru realizing he's close to him, then just still not doing anything. And Hiruzen like does the Reaper Death Seal on him. That's the bit I'm talking about. I'm not talking about him getting close.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me go here. Yeah, you know what? Sod really fucked me over with this shit. All he sent me that scan, and then all he said was, "If he uses this, Oro was preoccupied, so it don't count." Man, fuck
No,
Sod.
yeah, because well, you're like mainly using Valid's debate to like do this, right?
I only use one argument from him, which actually a couple.
Oh, but like this misdirection thing is from Valid as well.
Yeah,
It's
a
just
couple.
probably
Of them.
Sard told you about it, but it's from him as well. And he just like doesn't know about Naruto. Like most of the stuff he
Like
says is just.
I watched the Airflame versus Valor debate, and that's where I'm getting some of these arguments from, like multiple arguments I'm getting from that, but none of that shit was from Sod. This though is from Sod. All he said was like he dropped that scan, just like, oh, just argue he was preoccupied, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
I could
So
have sworn Valor argued about, but yeah, it's fine.
yeah, it's literally all he fucking said. Yeah, just massively unprepared for this debate. Tough. To be honest, like, man. Okay, so you're saying that like in those two small panels, let me see.
Yeah,
What
just the bottom two.
what
And
hand does he do this shit with? So he uses his left hand, or like what?
just typing. What's the bet is something insulting you?
I don't even care. So wait, hold on. So he uses his left hand. Wait, now I'm getting wrapping around. So he uses his left hand to catch the fucking animal, right? And then Hiruzen comes at
Let's
him
see.
at his left.
Is that his left hand? Oh, it might be his left hand. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So his left arm is like distracted, and Hiruzen comes at him at his left.
Yeah, so it's like his body's open, but he still has his right arm free to do stuff.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah. So you do agree though that it would be like a factor though. That this whole off guard shit would have been a factor in like successfully grabbing him though, right?
I'm not arguing him getting close to Orochimaru is a blitz. What I'm saying is Orochimaru realizes he's close and then is still unable to do anything.
Yeah, because it's really not making any sense for Hiruzen to go through all of that bullshit if he could just blitz him from the start. Just blitz Orochimaru from the start. Like your
Oh, well, that's what I was
interpretation
saying
doesn't.
about the mental nerf, because he like doesn't want to fight his student.
No. I meant like from the start of the scan.
Oh, you
Like
mean the
not from
start
the
of the scan?
yeah, like not from the start of the fight. Like how do we say this? It wouldn't make fucking sense for like Hiruzen to like go at him like with the fucking like he knocks his sword back or like away, right? Why would after that point, why would Hiruzen go through the trouble of going all through that shit if you could just blitz Orochimaru?
Because it's just like having a higher likelihood of success.
A higher likelihood? Yeah. Oh, man. Damn. A higher likelihood of success. Yeah, that would
But
just
you'd
be
agree he wants to do the like most likely way to take down Orochimaru. Or it could be just like the staff is weighing him down, because he does say at one point the staff is feeling heavy.
yeah, so he could knock the sword away, drop the staff, and then blitz Orochimaru.
Yeah, but why would he just drop the staff when he could throw it? Or he'd like rather throw something than just like if you're in a knife fight
And listen,
and you
I
like
get what you're saying,
she
but
got
the
stabbed.
fact listen, I get the fact like just the fact that he threw it just to do all of that shit would automatically entail that he's not a blitz level above, and he uses that to catch Orochimaru off guard and then perform the Reaper Detsu.
Wait, why does that entail that?
Because then like why else would he do it?
What's that stuff? I've got the scan of him saying the staff feels heavy.
That's fine. So it's like
Okay, so he uses the staff to knock out the sword from his hand, right? And then he like throws it at him, and then he just blitzes him. Because if he had his sword in his hand while Hiruzen was doing the seal on him, Orochimaru would have just killed him.
say that again.
If Orochimaru still had his sword on him while Hiruzen was doing the seal, because we know it takes like a bunch of chapters, Orochimaru easily could have just like cut off his head or something. So he'd prefer Orochimaru to be unarmed.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not talking about that specific moment. I'm talking about when like he knocks the fucking sword away, right?
Mm.
Why can't he
Oh, you're
lose him?
saying why didn't he just drop it?
Yeah, why didn't he just drop the staff and then blitz him right then and there?
Oh, because
If
you
he
might as
could,
well
like you're
throw it.
claiming. Okay,
Like
we can
you'd
conclude on
rather
this
throw
point.
something. Okay,
We can
sure.
just conclude on this point.
Do you want to go into Wincon Zen?
Uh, yeah.
All right, I'm not
So
going to
I
talk about
think.
any. Oh, okay.
Uh,
You can go first if you want.
okay. So WinCon, assuming I won. Oh, you know what? The scaling really doesn't go anywhere. So let me see.
But you did.
Um. So Itachi just have various ways of winning. I would just say that like if he scales above and like style wise, he should just be able to like just stab Hiruzen in the neck or whatever. Uh there's that, just Tsukuyomi. You are aware of the fact that like Tsukuyomi just works on everyone, right? Regardless if you have Sharingan or not. Like if you have three Tomoe
Watching
Sharingan.
everyone, sure. I don't think Hiruzen will like look into his eye.
Okay. So that would be like another win con. Another one would just be Amaterasu, so you could just like Amaterasu Hiruzen's like eyes or whatever, like his head in general. Hiruzen would go blind or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
He would just die
How
right
strong is
there.
it? How strong is it?
How strong? Okay, so you are aware of the fact that like um Amaterasu just straight up burned through like what Jiraiya claims are like unbreakable walls, right?
He didn't say it's unbreakable. He says something like, "Oh, he burned through something that eats fire." That doesn't mean it's unbreakable.
I got you. So you know what? I was actually gonna find that scan before the debate, but I didn't do that. Give me a
Well, I
second.
can probably find it now.
Yeah. It's the one where they're at the hotel, and then yeah,
Mhm.
Jiraiya meets them.
I'm close to it.
But even then, just so we're on the same page, right? You did reference like about the whole fire thing, something that eats fire. So that would mean that
Well, it's
that the
I didn't quite
Amaterasu.
catch that.
You said something about like it was able to burn through the stomach of something that uses like fire jutsu, something like that, right? That like eats fire.
Mhm. Wait, repeat that last bit. I keep like missing what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just understand. Let's just understand. Because I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Do you know where it is by any chance? I'm just gonna Google it. Okay. Okay, chapter 148, I think.
Here we go. I've got the toad fire thing.
I got you. Okay, let's see. How did they get out? What are these black
Give me a nice sec.
flames? I have it, by the way. I have it. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. But even if so even if they weren't like whatever, the walls are unbreakable. So what this is basically telling me is that like Amaterasu would just scale above uh flames. That's what I'm saying. Like regular fire. You fine with that?
Sure. How strong is like regular fire?
Well, they should be enough to burn someone.
I'm pretty sure there's instances of people not getting burned.
In part
Let
one.
me see if they're in part one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me someone like tanking fire, just like being submersed in like fucking fire and just not being burned.
Mhm. I think Sasuke used it on Kakashi, maybe.
And actually, you know what? I think there was a scan or whatever the fuck, or like in a data book of Amaterasu just burning everything between heaven, under heaven or some shit like that in like data book.
That might be part two. I don't know. I mean, Sasuke's like fire style can even melt Haku's mirrors, which are made of ice. So there's that.
Yeah, that could be like a Let me see.
Do you need those scans or?
No. Let me see. Trying to find where that was stated. Okay. Okay, I found the scan of the specific instance. Bro, there's no way. So I found the data book shit, but it's in Japanese. Give me a second. Down. Okay.
What are you trying to do right now?
Basically scaling Amaterasu.
Okay.
Okay, I think I might have found it. Tough. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Second data book, page 200. Never mind, it doesn't say anything. Give me a second.
We didn't agree to like a burn of joinder time, did we?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, how about this? Let's just agree, right? If Amaterasu lands on Hiruzen, he would just get burned, right?
Burned. I mean, fire doesn't really do anything like Naruto. Sure. Fine. Alright, he can be burned if he uses Amaterasu. I don't think I think Itachi uses it
Right.
on very specific occasions. So
Yeah, because what I'm arguing is that, like, under the assumption, right, that it would land, it would significantly damage Hiruzen.
sure. I just don't think he'd use that.
That's fine. So you don't think Itachi would use it?
No,
Okay, why not?
because it's like really draining on him.
Really draining. Okay, in SBA, it really would not matter. Like the character would,
FBA is still in character.
yeah, it's in character, but like even though it would heavily be draining, the character would still go for the kill.
No, they don't go for the kill. They're just willing to kill. They're not like bloodlusted. They are still in character.
Well, willing to kill, right? So if even if like Itachi doesn't want to kill, by virtue of him like, oh, I don't want to expend that much chakra, it wouldn't matter. He would still use a Matarasu under SBA.
Oh yeah, but he like do it after he does all his other stuff. By which point, I think Hiruzen's just
Yeah,
not allowed to kill him.
you're gonna have to prove that. You're gonna have to prove that Amaterasu is like a last resort thing. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. I don't want to drag this fucking debate too long. So I argued Tsukuyomi.
Wait,
We already
do
agreed.
you want me to revert? Because it is just a last resort thing. That's what he uses, like the last resort against Jiraiya. He's like, oh,
Yeah, that's fine. Because it really doesn't contradict my two other win cons. So my first one just stabs him in the neck. The second one Tsukuyomi. Uh, just drop the Amaterasu one. And then your win con was what?
So first of all, I think he has Bringer of Darkness Genjutsu, a Hiruzen. So he can like use that to blind Itachi, and then when Itachi has no idea what's going on, he can just like beat him up. Also, I want to mention Enma. Are you aware Enma is like really strong? Let me just get the scan. Here it says No other comes close to his combat skills. There's another one that says he's the strongest, like summon. And then you know how like all the Sannin are relative, right?
All the Sannin are relative.
Yep.
I don't know, but go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'll just say it says he has no one comes close to his combat skills. So this should be like a Hiruzen plus level fighter right here. So it's pretty much like two Hiruzens.
Okay, so I pity you. What does it say? That let me see. He can transform and expand. No other comes close to his combat skills and dazzling battle history. Combat skill. Why can't that just be in reference to like taijutsu techniques?
It is in reference to Taijutsu.
So why would that put him over like Hiruzen?
What Taijutsu is just like I can get the scans. It's like defined as speed and strength.
Speed and strength. Give me a second.
Like that's verbatim. Like
Let
it's
me
like
let me
this is
cause let me get another scan.
okay. Now I could also like scale this above the Sannin, but I'd rather like not go into that if we don't need to.
Yeah. Let me see. So you said that taijutsu is basically just like your physical body, right?
I'll get those scans very quickly. I'm just scrolling through my camera roll because I saved it a long time ago.
Okay. What was that going? That was not me.
Who was that?
That was not me.
Dylan, you're a fucking faggot. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was not me. But
Here it
whatever.
is. Incredible speed and strength to find taijutsu. This is part one because it's like showing part one panel.
Right. Yeah, speed and strength. Okay.
So yeah, I think he might should just be above Hiruzen. Like, yeah, I think they just like gang up on him. I don't think anything suggests he can. Oh, someone's stealing my scan. I don't think anything suggests that actually can use like Tsukiyomi twice. So even if I steal man, I'm not going to. I'm just saying hypothetically, if I did, and he got one with that, the other would just beat Itachi up. I don't think he can use it twice.
You don't think he can use it twice. That's fine. So then yeah, Itachi could just stab Hiruzen and then just Tsukuyomi
Yeah, that's provided your scaling
yeah.
will improve it. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty much done, to be honest.
You done? Do you want to conclude? Or we don't have to if you don't want to.
Kind of want to summarize what's been established, to be honest.
Yeah, if you want to summarize, the judge will probably find that helpful.
Let me see. So let me type out these shits. So this is what's been established for sure. Other shit has been established, but
Do you just want to like show that it's separate? Do you want to write Genjutsu on the top one?
I got you.
Cool.
Genjutsu. Alright, so it's right there. So Itachi with his Mangekyo in Genjutsu is better than 3 Tomoe Itachi, which is better than Orochimaru. All of this in Genjutsu. So that would mean that 3 Tomoe whatever should be better than Orochimaru just with this Genjutsu. So, and then the second scaling is that Itachi scales over Suppressed Itachi with his Mangekyo. And then that Suppressed Itachi would scale higher relative Kakashi in terms of stats.
And then you say Kakashi over Hiruzen.
Yeah. And then I think after that it was just and then we went into like a lot of kind of inconclusive points. And then yeah, and then we went into your scaling about where Hiruzen scales. And then that's pretty much where my memory's hazy on that.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So in conclusion, I think I properly refuted the Kakashi over Hiruzen bit. So I don't think he scaled Itachi over Hiruzen. Then I think he accepted Orochimaru would be like above Hiruzen, and then we did the whole did like weakened Hiruzen blitz Orochimaru. Depending on who won that, even if I didn't, they can still be like relative, and then this would be weakened Hiruzen. So like a full power would be above that. I argued Enma as well as a win con, so it's like pretty much one Hiruzen plus like level fighter. They just gang up on him. I don't think. I mean, I already said this in bait. I don't think Itachi can like use Tsukiyomi twice. So even if he catches one in it, I think the other one just beats him up. I already covered scaling above it, so yeah, I think I'm done with that conclusion.
All right. I'm gonna save the recording. I got you.